The following segment is sponsored by Smith Injury Law and 300hurt.com.
You hate to imagine how a deadly accident would impact your family, but the fact is, we're not promised tomorrow, and any legal expert will tell you you need a will and an experienced attorney. Attorney Richard Smith is here from Smith Injury Law to talk about it this morning. Hi, Richard.
Good morning, Margaret.
Most people are not very comfortable with end-of-life planning, but tell us, who needs a will?
Well, basically, everybody needs a basic will of some sort if you want to be able to control what happens to your assets after you die. We've had a problem recently on cases where we have death cases and we don't have wills. And we have one case, we have over 30 different cousins receiving notice of the settlement because there was not a will done. So I wanted to make sure everybody realizes it's important to do a will. Don't just rely on what you think the intestate statute says.
Yeah, there's a complicated process there. And if the unimaginable happens and your loved one is killed in a car accident or a trucking accident, you cannot just expect the insurance company to pay their limits. You say it's very important to work with an attorney who has experience identifying all the available insurance coverages, right?
That's very important because I've had a case before and I've seen cases where we uncovered additional coverage, sometimes different defendants, sometimes different types of cases can be discovered. You can't just assume the insurance company is going to take care of you because unfortunately your loved one was killed in the accident. A lot of things we can do to help, and we adjust our fee based upon the facts. If we don't, we can adjust our fee in such a way that you end up not losing money by retaining an attorney.
Absolutely. Good to know. And because you know exactly what to look for, you told me about a case where you were able to find an additional $1 million in coverage. I'm sure that doesn't happen all the time, but tell us about that.
We had a case involving a person that was killed, and we located an additional defendant and additional $1 million in coverage. Before that, they were looking at, less than $100,000 in total available insurance coverage, and they would never have found that without our efforts. And I was happy to be able to locate that coverage for them. We also can get medical bills reduced. You have to have an attorney to handle your wrongful death settlement approval by the court. We do all those things. So there's a lot of things we can do to help people who unfortunately have lost a loved one in a car accident case.
And we know cases involving death require extra compassion, extra attention to detail. You also help with probate. What does that entail?
Any death case has to be court approved. So we have to get a court approval. We also may need to be involved in setting up the estate so that we get the personal representative appointed properly. You may have to decide whether you want to pursue the case under a wrongful death or a survivorship action. A lot of different issues involved. It's a lot more complicated than people generally think it is involving a death case.
Yeah, well, we love to leave it to you, and we love these conversations with you because you can handle all of it for us. At Smith Injury Law, your practice areas include personal injury, workers' compensation, car and truck collisions, and Social Security disability claims. Anything you want people to keep in mind before we let you go today?
Just remember that we're here to help you, and we're never going to take a case in that we can't help on. If we can't help you, we would let you know that. There's never any fee to talk to us. We give free consultations, and we have found ways to get bills reduced and all kinds of different things to make the case work, even after paying an attorney's fee.
Yeah. Well, people will love to work with you. They can contact you by calling 300HURT or visiting 300hurt.com. Richard Smith of Smith Injury Law, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Margaret.